All right, welcome back. Power went off. The camera shut off because it ran out of storage space. I had to delete some old videos. But anyhow, I am planning on cooking the steak just simply by using some, it's like what we did in the van. We're going to put in some minced onion, our barilla complete, and I do have some cheap soy sauce. By the way, this soy sauce, I think I bought this from, it's called Fuchsia from Aldi's. And it actually tastes pretty good. It doesn't taste funny like the Walmart kind or the Dollar Tree. I don't know if Walmart has their off-brand. I usually buy Kikkoman, which I have here. I have like Kikkoman soy sauce, which is what I normally use because I think it has the best flavor. But this soy sauce right here from Aldi's is pretty good tasting too. It doesn't taste funny like the Walmart or the Dollar Tree one. So if you're looking for a Kikkoman alternative,
I need something to fight.
Fighting the steak. If you're wondering what that noise is, it is the game because it's just sitting there, background noise. But we're gonna go ahead and take our steak and season it, and then throw it into our little oven, if you want to call it that. We'll get rid of this. But basically, I do kind of wash this stuff. I kind of wash all meats. Let me are you getting the RV water to wash that? Yeah, I am actually. Hopefully it doesn't have anything bad in it. If it did, well, it's going to get cooked up. Hopefully whatever heat is in there will kill whatever bacteria is in the water. But I did try to sterilize the water, just so you know. I did put some bleach in there previously, and it is filtered right now before it goes into the system. So we'll go ahead and pour this, generously pour this barilla all over it. Then...
Thank you for helping me fight the darkness.
I don't know if you can hear the game there in the background. I guess that's one way to make myself not feel so lonely out here in my RV. Okay, and we'll flip it over. Of course, we'll sprinkle some more on this side. You'll notice I don't even bother turning on the oven until it's ready to cook. Okay, that looks pretty good right there. And that already looked good, and we haven't even started cooking it yet. So we're going to pour probably the rest of this barilla generously. Oh, I think the game just logged me out because I'm sitting still too long. Or it went into sleep mode. Okay, and then the soy sauce. What we'll do is just pour a little bit on here. And I may add more later, but for now, this is just to kind of coat it. I know some of you wonder why I don't ever season it. Like overnight, let it sit and season, especially now that I have a refrigerator. It may make it taste better. What I found is even doing it like this, it tastes fine to me, you know. It doesn't permeate the meat. It only kind of coats the outside, but it's really strong on the outside. And then I'm going to leave this at 450 degrees. I've had on bake mode. And I'm going to set it for about 30 minutes or so. And we'll take a look at it. And I do need to turn it on. So let me turn this on. Talk about this power thing. And we can tell it on as the light comes on. My burner is also hooked up to it, but I want to make sure this is off. So the burner is currently off. It has power, but is off. But the oven is baking, and we'll let that cook while I go figure out why the computer went away. Probably because I didn't touch it or something and the screen went blank, so I probably need to turn off blanking out mode or something. Anyhow, we'll go ahead and continue filming once the food is done, so you can see what the food looks like. I think this is our first real Cooking with Denoy episode in the RV versus the ones where I first tried to cook and eat while the place was just a mess. It still isn't where I need it to be. It's not done yet because I'm still working on it. And you can see I still need to clean up this mess up here, up front. But at least I can walk around now, and I have somewhat of a kitchen. And, you know, you can see here I was planning on making hamburger helper, but I ended up not making it. So things are getting much better on this end, and I do appreciate all your kind thoughts and prayers. I do believe it is what's helping. Is that the meat talking? Anyhow, we're going to go ahead and resume filming here once the food is done. But it is heating up, and you can see this is a luxury that I didn't have living in a van. I did have, like I said, you could install all these things inside a van, but really the power draw on it, you would need a generator, and you would need or to be hooked up to shore power. And I got rid of it in Little Blue 2 because I found that I was mostly sleeping at Walmart or in a parking lot or in the woods, out at the compound or something out in the middle of nowhere. So I didn't have access to 120 volt power. So other than what I could generate from the van, and that's how we ended up with all those episodes with the rice cooker cooking, So it's doable. This is more preferable. I have the rice done. I could still cook. Conceivably, I could cook that steak in the rice cooker out here without driving the van if I wanted to. Because we know that's possible. And it'd be a lot easier doing it here than doing it in the van, having to drive while you're cooking. But this is just so much easier and a lot more pleasant. And since I got this at Goodwill, it was only like $9 for the oven. I think brand new, these things run anywhere from about $25 to $60 or $100. So $9-10 for a toaster oven that's in pretty good shape isn't bad. And same with the microwave. I paid about $8 or $9 for this. It's older. You can see it has the LCD, the black LCD display. It doesn't even have the green light ones and stuff. So, but as long as it works, I'm happy with it. It's only $9, $8. I do need to mount this. I'm going to have to try to screw it into, bolt it into place, make it so it doesn't fly around. And still need to secure everything in this RV, because like right now, like this water would fly right out. So one of the side projects is going to be to build a little water holder here, a little shelving, not shelving, like a little fence to keep the water in. I like keeping the water here because it's handy for cooking. So we just need to block it and then keep it from flying all over. So look forward to these episodes where I make little enhancements to keep things kind of in their place, like the hooks will hold these in place. I want things to kind of stay where they are, so you're not constantly having to take things out of a drawer or overhead storage or whatever to use it. I want it to be mounted so it doesn't fly all over the place. So don't be surprised if maybe that toaster oven gets bolted down somehow. So stay tuned for those episodes as they come up. But meanwhile, I am going to go try to chill and play the game a little bit while we wait for the food to get done. And I don't think I'll do a mukbang episode today, but you at least get to see what the food looks like. As you can see, I have removed it, but the timer is still going on this thing. It's only been about 10-12 minutes, but it looks like it's about done. I am going to flip the meat a little bit, and then just let it cook on this side a little bit more for maybe another 3 to 5 minutes, and then I will go ahead and call it done. I know it's probably overcooked, but I kind of like things overcooked. So we're just going to toss it in there for a few more minutes while I continue working on the... I'm basically making a little shelving unit to hold this keyboard up here so I can use this table as a workstation. And when I'm not using it, I can put this keyboard up here like this over that. And then I got all this space. So yeah, you'll see what I'm showing when I show you here in a minute. But basically the keyboard hovers over that other one. You might even see I put a little wedge here underneath there. That's so that there's air to circulate underneath the keyboard so it doesn't overheat. So we'll go ahead and build that, and then let this cook while we're building that, and then come put it together and show you what it all looks like. Alright, I've removed the steak, and now you can see the power is still on, light is still on. I did shut that bell off, and I flipped this off and it turns off the whole system. So you can see the steak is pretty much done. I'm pretty sure I don't even need to cut it. But I'm going to go ahead and set it on the plate to serve with the rice, and you can see I do have my little mini table thingy here. And that's how the keyboard will go. So that leaves us all this space right here so I can actually sit down and I can eat and then, clean up, move that back, and I can play games or whatever, or work and program or whatever. This was made from a leftover wings is it Wayne Scott? Wayne Scoot? Somebody said it's called Oot. So it's Wayne Scoot. Maybe Juan Scoot. I don't know. Wayne's coating. You can see I busted my piece of 2x1 or whatever because I tried to drill through without drilling, I tried to screw it in without drilling a hole. So I'm going to get another piece and remeasure it and cut it, but I'll do that at a later date. This is just set up for now for temporarily use right now, and I'll fix it later. But that's why you see all the scrap and stuff just sitting in a pile right now, because I'm still using it. I'm using it to put things together and fix broken parts and make new parts like this, and any shelving and stuff that I might be able to use, Like here, this is just basically a miniature shelf. And it's the perfect size to hold the keyboard up. I just sized it. It all like sized out perfectly. Holds the keyboard out of the way. I have a little...
I am vexed.
Yeah, so am I. So I have a little spot where I can eat. And I can also do work. Now that the food's done, we're going to turn the AC back on. Yeah. So it is hot in here. I actually turned on high mode and flip it. Wow, this thing's having a hard time focusing because it is nighttime. We'll hit it on cool. And the AC is indeed on. We're going to be able to enjoy our meal. I could actually hook up TV and get this working eventually. Right now it doesn't work in TV mode, but it does work in the game mode, using it as a computer screen, so I can watch YouTube. I can, as long as I have internet available. And I can play games, I can program, I can do development, and eventually I'll have my printer and other stuff set up so it'll be like a little miniature office, but easily converted back to a dining area. So the food is done. We'll go ahead and put together our serving and then call it a day. Alright, here then is my food. The network disconnected me from Diablo, but that's okay. We're just gonna chill and eat here. I'm not gonna do a full mukbang, but I thought you guys would like a little taste test and see what dinner is like here at the RV. This isn't typical, but it's similar to what I eat. I've been eating rice and cooking up sausages or making spaghetti. I haven't been filming just because the place is a mess and it drives the viewers nuts, and it does me too, trying to cook with the mess. Even like right now, it's still kind of a mess. It's not where I want to be, as far as how I want the RV to be. But it's at least not as cluttered, and I can actually kind of sit down and enjoy this meal. You can see the steak did cook up. It did not get burnt. And grab a little spoon here. For those of you worried about the knife, yes, I did use the same knife to cut the steak, and the fork. I mean the fork that I used, but I did wash it. Okay, I washed it with soap, with dishwasher soap. But anyhow, we got this cheap Caesar's dressing. I don't know if that's from the Dollar Tree, Tuscan Garden, or it may be from Aldi's. And for my salad, I have, I think this is what, broccoli, right? And spinach. The spinach is actually kind of old. I had to throw away a lot of it, but this is what looked like it was still edible. Not the slimy part. I threw away the slimy part. The spinach is like a week old. I've been keeping it in the refrigerator. So it's still hard for me to go through like a big bag of spinach. And I have some cucumbers, which are also like a week old. And mushrooms that are about like 3 or 4 days old. And some onions. And I had some carrots. I'm going to toss some carrots in there. Yeah, I think I should toss in some carrots. I'll rinse off a couple carrots and toss them in there as well. See, this is like too much food for one person. See, it's kind of slimy. Look at that. It's slimy because it's been sitting in there. This stuff slimes. So having the ability to wash food is like really, really good. I'm washing all the slime off. And then we'll eat these carrots. I might even wash this whole bag because it's kind of slimed up on me. But here we go. So this is our carrots that we're going to toss into our salad. Dropped a couple here. But yeah, this is going to be our salad tonight. Eating a lot better than I do or did when I was just in the van, because you know those meals had to be really simple to prepare, pretty much in the rice cooker. I didn't have the luxury of keeping stuff and making it last, you know, like using it more than one day. Stuff had to be bought and used pretty much that day or the next day, and then or discarded because it pretty much went bad. And even this stuff, you know, even with the refrigerator, can go bad, but at least it lasts like about a week or two before it starts to go bad. So this then is dinner tonight. And the other thing about the RV is, even though you can see it's late at night and I'm still working on it because I'm still in building mode, the hope is that once I get the thing completely built, you know, pretty much done, I don't know if it'll ever be done, but mostly done, the time that I have to spend after work working on the RV drops, and then I can actually start to do some other work and just relax, just chill and watch movies or play games or do some software development or something other than constantly working on the RV. So it's been a little bit more stressful being in the RV than it was in the van, but I'm finding that the RV is going to afford me more time to do stuff like this, you know, like play games and actually just relax, which I don't know if you've seen the van videos. Typically, I don't really have time to relax like after work. You know, after work, I'm scrambling to make food, then I'm scrambling to look for a place to park, and I'm taking a shower and stuff. Here at the RV park, I can come home is what I call it, and at the RV and kind of chill a little bit, get some projects done, make the food, and I can like multitask, because I can do laundry. While the laundry's doing that, I can be cooking food. So it starts to feel a little bit more like a house instead of being in a vehicle. And, you know, I'll talk some more about that in a future episode, but that's what we're dealing with. Let's go ahead and have a taste test and see what this all tastes like. So, maybe I need to turn that sound down here. Where's my sound? We're going to go ahead and... What did I just hit? Oh, I just hit the stop button. Made something come up. Meant to hit this. Turn the sound down. Alright. So let's try the rice first with the steak. Get a piece of the steak with the fat. Of course, it's all cold now for me preparing the salad and talking all this time. Try a taste test here and... Believe it or not, it's really good. The steak is tender, not dried, and that piece had fat on it, so nice fatty taste, juicy steak. Definitely with the $3 I spent on it, $3.28. And let's have some salad here. I'm gonna have a bite with cucumber, what's this stuff, mushroom, and the leaf is spinach. I also have some onion in there, but I don't have it in the scoop. Let's try this. This is good stuff. This has probably been one of the biggest changes, is being able to actually eat real food instead of eating on the go. Although I know even when I was in the van, I was actually cooking real food, a lot of the same dishes. It's a lot more convenient now than it was in the van. The van, I had to do this and throw it away. Now I can actually save it, eat it for 3 or 4 or 5 days. I can cook whatever I want. I have multiple choices in the refrigerator or the freezer, and I can pull out what I need. And if I don't really feel like cooking, I can heat up a pizza. It is a huge change. And it is taking me a little bit of time to adjust to it, but I think it's an adjustment I can make. I think people who live in a house, sticks and bricks, don't really live in a van and are in survival mode all the time, really don't understand what it's like out there on the streets. To be able to have food ready to cook at your fingertip at any moment, and not have to worry about, you know, while you're trying to cook, somebody come knock on your door, police come, or whatever. It is a drastic change. So thank you again, all of you who supported me in this channel and have helped me to acquire this RV. It is not something that I take lightly, and it's something that I am truly appreciative of. Special thanks to the patrons and the channel angels who reached out to try to make sure that, you know, because we were on the border of possibly losing all this. But right now, as I'm making this video, thanks to several very, very kind channel angels is what I call them, I think I'm going to be okay at least for the next month or two. And then after that, hopefully I can get hired at the job that I've applied for, and we don't know. But at least for now, I can breathe. And for those of you who don't know the significance of that, I've basically been spending the last year since I've been in the van just trying to make it day by day. So until next time, everyone, take care. God bless you all. Thank you, those of you who have contributed to making all this possible and buying me time to actually try to reassess my situation and keep from going back to the point where we're losing everything or on the verge of losing everything. Right now, things are somewhat stabilizing. I do need to decide what to do with YouTube and the situation, so we'll probably do a video and talk about that, because obviously things have changed. And I am no longer living in a van. Sort of. Although this RV is a van, essentially. You see, it's got a van up front. Until next time, everyone, take care. God bless you all. Please stay safe. Bye-bye now.